What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday to everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, staying safe from the severe weather, and having a great day so far. Welcome to the Tuesday weather update for Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. If you're new to my channel, this is where we do a daily weather update on all things weather in the United States: severe weather, tropical weather, extreme heat, winter weather in the wintertime, and of course, sometimes weather records as well that could be anywhere around the world. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Give this a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that notification bell. You'll know when I do my daily video. Share these videos with anyone you know, and leave a comment down below. Starting off today with the MCS that is going through the Great Lakes. It pretty much did what it was expected to do, and her model really did do a good job of showing where this would set up. Colin Gross posted this on X: infrared satellite loop of the MCS diving through the Great Lakes region this morning, producing widespread damaging winds. Over 100,000 customers without power in Michigan. And this is still going through Michigan right now, so that is really impressive. Now taking a look at what's going on with the flooding in the upper Midwest, and you can see here, there is a lot of purple on this map. Purple is not a good thing. That represents major flooding. Several places are hitting record flood stage, and you can see the flooding is very significant. When we zoom this in, across portions of Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, even portions of Minnesota, there is just historical flooding that is ongoing right now. Day after day of showers and thunderstorms have led to this, and unfortunately, there could be more showers and thunderstorms down the line, so renewed flooding threats could potentially occur. Taking a look at what's going on with the National Hazards Map, let's refresh this so it's up to date. You can see there is still a severe thunderstorm watch across portions of Ohio and Indiana that is continuing for the next hour or two. And then when we go and take a look at the radar, you can see here's what's left of that MCS. It is pushing to the southeast. Cleveland, you're just going to see some rain out of this. There are still some pretty strong to severe thunderstorms across portions of Indiana, and even back across portions of Illinois. As you can see this as well. As this pushes southeast, we'll have to watch what happens on the west side of this. Eventually, a new MCS could form this afternoon. Taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why are there no severe reports on here? There's an outage going on with a lot of products at the National Weather Service. I do believe this is one of the products that is being impacted, because as you saw at the beginning of this video, there are 100,000 plus people without power in Michigan at this time. So obviously there would be some wind reports from that. You can also see here from today, there's also nothing as well. Just yesterday, there were just those few reports from earlier in the day. Then I do believe the outage started sometime yesterday afternoon or evening. Taking a look at today's forecast from the Storm Prediction Center, and you can see there is a large slight risk area that is in effect from across portions of the Central Plains region, like portions of Nebraska, even South Dakota, even portions of Kansas, straight on through to the Ohio Valley. And within this, we will see continued severe weather threats, as there could be yet another MCS that sets up today. And 2% for tornado, wind is at 15%, and hail is also at 15% hatched as well. They're not going with higher probabilities at this point because there is a little bit of uncertainty how it will precisely evolve tomorrow. There is a slight risk across portions of the mid-Atlantic, and there is a marginal risk that goes all the way back into Arkansas, and also a marginal risk across portions of Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado area. And you can see out there, no threat of tornadoes. There is a wind threat out there. There is a 2% threat of tornadoes across portions of Pennsylvania into New York and New Jersey. Wind is at 15%, and hail is at 5% as well. And then day 3, there is now a slight risk across portions of the northern plains. All right, taking a look at the HRRR model for today. You can see here, the current round of thunderstorms does continue to push southeast, and a little bit of a boundary does set up behind that. In that path, you can see a new round of showers and thunderstorms will develop this afternoon, also across portions of the central and northern plains as well. And as I advance this, you can see that does develop into an MCS that tries to push southeast this evening, and that will make its way even down into Arkansas and portions of Mississippi. At that point, I don't know if it will still be severe. And then backing this up a little bit, taking a look at tomorrow, you can see showers and thunderstorms do really get going across portions of Pennsylvania. There may be multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms, and some of these storms will be severe, but we also have to watch the threat for flash flooding as well. You can see here, there across Illinois, you can see localized 2 to 3 inches of rainfall does occur. Even in Pennsylvania, localized 2+ inches of rainfall. So in those areas, we'll have to watch for some flash flooding. Moving on now to another model. I want to take a look at the RGEM model because this will go out a little bit further in time. And let's reverse this for a second. So here's again today, the current MCS dissipates, and then a new area of thunderstorms does get going. Several clusters, one that could form that MCS that would go down into Arkansas, and watch what happens as this goes into Pennsylvania. We're going to show you tomorrow's threat. You can see here, this really does get going in the afternoon. Widespread shower and thunderstorm activity across there, even West Virginia as well. Severe weather threats is there for you as well. There is the potential for power outages. Right now, there is just a small threat of tornado. It's not a major threat at this point. I think wind is going to be the biggest threat for tomorrow. And then, of course, maybe some flash flooding as well. Taking a look at the total precipitation from the RGEM model, you can see here, there is a localized 2+ area in places like near Clearfield and Jefferson County, Pennsylvania. But then you do have some places that don't get much of anything. And anywhere where you see this brighter or lighter shade of blue, that's over 1 inch to 1.5 inches of precipitation. Could be some localized flash flooding should that occur, because heavy rainfall like that can happen in a short period of time. All right, moving on now to the GFS. Let's take a look at the rest of the country and see what's going on there. In GFS, it does show those 2 threats that we just talked about very well. It does also show the threat in the Central Plains as we head into Wednesday night, and again on Thursday. And watch this as we head into towards the weekend. We can see another system gets going. Underneath all this, there is going to be extreme heat in the plains and extreme heat in California as well. Portions of California, you are in a heat wave that is going to be lasting for some time. We'll have to keep an eye on Saturday and or Sunday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms ahead of this trough, and a cold front. It could extend all the way from the Central Plains on up into portions of Maine. So there could be some isolated severe weather with this. It's just a question of which day is the front actually going to go through. Earlier, the models were showing this front will come through on Sunday. It does look like the GFS has sped this up in time a little bit, and it's coming through a bit faster, where it comes through maybe first thing Sunday morning, and then by Sunday afternoon, you can see here, it's clear to the northeast. And behind that, yet again, there may be another threat of some windy conditions. You may see 25 to 30 mile per hour gust. And taking a look at what's going on in the plains, you can see the heat builds again. As you can see, another ridge is setting up, but also showers and thunderstorms as we head into next week. And unfortunately, that does move into the Great Lakes region. Let's take a look at that heat now, shall we? We'll move over to temperatures going back to today. We can see near 100 across portions of Oklahoma, and that's going to continue day after day. We will briefly heat up tomorrow across portions of the Mid-Atlantic region and Northeast ahead of that front, and then behind that, it will cool off a little bit. Places like northern New England, maybe mid to upper 60s, and look at the Pacific Northwest. Your eyes are not deceiving you. These are highs in the upper 50s to low 70s, so not expecting much in the way of heat for you. But as we head into Friday, things do heat up again across the Mid-Atlantic region, and maybe even on Saturday as well, before that cold front does come through in the east. And you can see here, take a look at this. Temperatures behind that, very nice, just in the 70s. But in the south, the heat will continue for you. Same with the west coast as well, and you can see across the plains. Now we're into Tuesday of next week, and temperatures at or maybe even over 100, and that's not even factoring in the heat index. Alrighty, folks, that does it for the Tuesday edition of the weather update. We'll have another weather update again tomorrow. Again, if you're in the path of the storms for today across the Great Lakes region, please be weather aware. Tornado threat, it's not great, but should you go under a tornado warning, you want to be at the ready and take all severe thunderstorm warnings seriously, because already with the first MCS across portions of Michigan, over 100,000 people have lost power. make sure you have your generators at the ready should that happen, because it's summertime, it gets hot out. You want to be able to keep your air conditioners running. Alrighty folks, I will see you all again next time. Give this a thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, share with anyone you know, leave your comments down below. See you all again next time. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Tuesday.